really excited about this. As you may know, Fox 61, the Connecticut Office of the Arts, and the Connecticut Department of Education have all partnered on what we call the Connecticut Creative Futures. It's an arts-based initiative that's designed to highlight great artists and careers in our state and offer hands-on arts projects for students and their families.
And joining us right now is visual artist, sculptor Brian Walters II. Brian, we love your story. Thanks for being with us. Tell us how you got your start.
Back right after I graduated high school, I enrolled in a welding program that was offered by the state of Connecticut, and realized I didn't want to be a welder 9 to 5. Went to Storm King out in New York State. It's a massive outdoor sculpture park, and on the ride home, it just kind of dawned on me that that's what I wanted to do with my life, and I've been pursuing art since about 2003.
And it's just one change. All of a sudden you just, but I imagine in order to enroll in that program, there must have been something about that medium, working with the metal, that maybe called to you in some way?
Oh, absolutely. I have zero mechanical aptitude, but I figured if I could learn how to weld, I could work on, I actually initially wanted to work on race cars, and that was a goal that I met right after welding school. And then a chance visit to Storm King changed the whole path.
How about that?
Now tell us a little bit more where folks who are watching right now at home, where can they go to see all of your projects? You have a show opening at the beginning of next year. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So next year I'll be actually installing a group of my totems. It's a part of a series, and that will be at the In View project, a project that I co-founded, a storefront art project in Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah, that's, tell us a little bit more about that. What went into making that happen? What went into making the totems? Just how much of a time commitment was it?
The totems I've been working on since about 2008, and it was a previous studio landlord who advised me that my chunk pile outside was getting too big. So I went out and I grabbed a whole bunch of scrap metal, and I just started putting these pieces together and just ran with it. The Urban Totem series is material that's locally collected, various different venues, automotive garages, farms, any place that's got cool metal that either I can acquire for free or for cheap. And I just started putting them together, and there's about 2 dozen pieces in that series right now.
Brian, before we run out of time, I always like to ask the Connecticut Creative Futures guests what they would tell themselves, their younger selves, or some of our young viewers who are aspiring to become artists. They're not sure. You know, what would you say to encourage them?
Honestly, as cliche as it sounds, I would just say follow your heart and put the effort into it, network, and honestly believe in yourself. I never thought 20 years ago that I would ever have a piece in the public art collection of the city of Waterbury or be on television right now. This is amazing, and I can't thank you both enough for the interview. Just believe in yourself, and if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen.
And some of those sculptures are beautiful. I know we showed a bunch of them. There's kind of a similar look to a lot of them. A lot of long lines, maybe sharp angles. I know one towards the end in red. That's one that I see on Facebook is up at the Silas Bronson Library in Waterbury. Is there a particular theme or a reason? Granted, not all of your works sort of show that kind of characteristic, but it looks like a lot of them do. Is that a coincidence, or is that by design?
Well, the first actual body of work that I ever made was the origami series, which I'm still continuing to work on. The origami series, I think, tapped into my welding and fabrication background, where everything had to be very precise and the fit and finish. So origami was a very easy way for me to get the metalworking background and then the artistic vision to mesh well together. So I've been doing the origami since I started making art.
And it looks beautiful.
Very
Thank you
beautiful,
again
yeah.
for taking the time to join us and just give people maybe that spark of inspiration they could do to make some art out of metalworking. We do appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you with us. Thanks again, Brian.
All right, again, this is what we do every Friday morning. We like to promote careers in the arts industry. We profile local artists, just like we had here with Brian, a live arts-themed interview every Friday in the 10 o'clock hour on the Fox 61 Morning News as well. So no matter what kind of artist you are or aspire to be, you can create your own creative future. If you'd like to learn more, you can just go to fox61.com/CTArts.